House extensions going over budget, renovation projects costing more than estimated. We've all heard the horror stories about building work being more expensive than expected. But how do you avoid this? Before COVID, I regularly provided clients with a cost estimate at an early stage in the design process. I used cost breakdowns from previous jobs to predict how much new projects might cost. And this worked really well. It allowed clients to have a good idea of how much a design would cost before committing to planning or building regulations approvals. But after the supply chain chaos, inflation, and unpredictability of the past few years, I decided to stop estimating construction costs. I just couldn't use previous jobs to predict the cost of future projects. I still advise my clients to get construction cost estimated as early as possible in the process to check the design isn't over budget before committing money to making applications. If you leave it too late in the process, you might have to redesign your project to reduce costs, then go back through the planning process and building regulations approval again, and that wastes both time and money. A few of my clients have worked with quantity surveyors to do estimating, but most of the time I work with builders to establish the costs. But doing this early in the process before getting planning approval requires trust between the builder and the architect. If the builders are going to commit time and resources to pricing a job, they want to be reasonably sure the architect can get this design through the approval system. Now, this is another good reason to value an architect's role in your project. If an average homeowner calls up a building contractor and asks them to price a potential job, the builder is unlikely to take them seriously. There are different ways to produce estimates for house extensions and renovations, but keep in mind changing anything about a project gets more expensive the further along that project is,